It's Week 15 of the NFL, and we'll be watching Terry McLaurin. There's been no shortage of work for him, sitting second in the league in catches. It's the Blues and the Rams, next on Madden NFL 24.
From the second largest city in the U.S., Los Angeles, California, we've got football as EA Sports coverage of the NFL is on the air. Today on to Week 15 in the NFL, and we've got a good matchup in store, as it'll be the Blues of St. Louis taking on the Los Angeles Rams. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and Charles, you look at this Rams team as they interplay. It's late in the year. We all know it. We've seen the calendar for these guys. Their bodies could probably use a break, but they have to push on.
And they're really not as worried about that as maybe we think. They know they've got the entire offseason to rest. All they care about is the game in front of them and finishing strong.
The byes are over. It's now a 4-week sprint to the finish, and we are underway here in Week 15. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And they will be led out by a man in his sophomore campaign as the quarterback.
You talk about the pause that refreshes. I think it's come at a perfect time of the year for them, hasn't it? You know, the season is starting to wind down, got a little bit of a break. But how about the guy calling the signals? He's got to be excited about that because now he didn't just get a game plan for 1 week. He's able to work on it for 2 weeks. I can't wait to see if they have anything special in store for him today.
You talk about this Rams defense. They interplay here 24th in the league against the run.
And stopping the run, that's been an issue for them all season long. Aren't you glad that you're not coaching the defense right now?
I'm very glad. They said that they've seen it in doses, but very, very small doses.
Yeah, you've got to be consistent. It's down in and down out, being able to play it, understand what you have to get done, and finally stop some people, put them on the ground.
A first carry for Elijah Mitchell. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. The all-everything defensive tackle, Aaron Donald, the one who made the play there.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Howell's throw complete here on target to Tunyon. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Running left, here's Mitchell. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. Out of the gun, it's Howell. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And now another one thrown incomplete.
That is certainly one way to frustrate a quarterback. All those extra defenders on the field, dime package, lots of speed, no space to fit in the football.
And now the punter Tress Way as he sends this one away. This one angles out of bounds at a good spot in the coffin corner. And they're going to mark this out of the 5-yard line. So here are the Rams set to go to work on offense, and they're led by a man who topped the 50,000-yard mark in passing for his career a season ago. In year 15 now, here's Matthew Stafford.
So this is where we find out about the game plan and the trust factor, don't we? In this situation, the natural thing is take care of the ball, run it inside, everyone cover it. Just, get yourself some room and let your punter punt it out of there. But when you've really got a QB you can trust, you might want to take a little shot early and try to create some space.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Off the fake to Akers. Here's Stafford. He's going to find his tight end. That's Hunter Long. And brought down, but not before reaching the 25. First down, Los Angeles there with a pickup of 14 yards.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size, can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
Meanwhile, Stafford's throw pulled in by Atwell here. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. To throw is Stafford. He'll get this complete to Cooper Kupp. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34. A yard all they need, but it's 3rd down. Now a play fake and it's Stafford. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. Forget the run on 3rd and 1. They shot the D and rip off a pretty big play.
It's early, but announce a cliche alert here. Big players make big plays. Should I say in big games too? Oh, what the heck. In this defense, they're going to have to find some way to slow him down as this game goes on, because when this combination is going good, they can tear your secondary apart.
They'll run on 1st down with Akers. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. And Charles, you look at this defense, they were a very loose group coming into the week, knowing they kind of had the upper hand going into this one, taking on a team that hasn't won in a month and a half.
And that works well for you if you establish your dominance early in the game against a team that's struggling. But if somehow they fashion some plays together early, knock them back on their heels, that looseness can be used against them. Then they're trying to scramble to make sure they get their game right.
Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Well, anytime he reads man coverage, I don't think it's going to be the only time he'll try and hit that route to the outside in this game. He'll test the perimeter, but that time, they were up to the challenge.
Boswell's kick is good. And the Rams have the first points here. It's 3-0. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal, you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their 2nd drive. They were winners the last time they took the field, which was 2 weeks ago. They had the open week last week, so this is a squad that should be really refreshed and ready to roll.
I would agree, because when you get that open week after a victory, it does wonders for everyone. Obviously,
there he goes, right side. He's on his way. And finally taken down at the 15. It's a big play there. 64 yards on the ground. Well, welcome to the party. First carry of the game. How about that?
And just think, as far as he's concerned, he's just getting warmed up.
A real field flipper there, as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. They run over center with Mitchell. They stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14.
In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those 3 guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, they're usually big, big people, because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers, because it's usually 5-on-3. And when they do their job well, guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers, they will just roam and hit.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Back to throw. Howell. And it's caught. Touchdown. Robert Tonyan. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Blues are able to answer the early 3 points and take a first-quarter lead. Sometimes those tight ends are a mismatch. They found the mismatch there.
And that's exactly why you want to draw up those types of plays, because coverage is just going to go to the natural guys, the guys that make the big plays on the outside. But would you work your tight end into it? That's a tough one for a defense to handle.
Tough. They couldn't handle it. They worked out for 6. Extra point by Sly is up and good, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. Here comes Darius Phillips out of the end zone. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. As the Rams offense comes back out, here is the NFC playoff picture coming into the weekend. As we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you.
On 2nd and 10, Stafford. His throw incomplete.
How about that? Red man coverage and decided to test him early. But it proved up to the task and forced the incompletion.
From the gun on 3rd down, Stafford. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
Whether that's a little grabbing, a little hand fighting, by any means necessary on 3rd down, he was able to get the job done in the secondary and swat that one away.
Dixon, the punter, is on as he sends it away. And a fair catch taken back near about the 35, 36-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 37. With a play fake, and now here's how to throw it. And this one too low. Robert Tonyan, the intended target, and that'll bring up 2nd down. You talk about this Rams defense. They're a top 5 unit right now against the pass in the league. In fact, they sit at number 5.
And this is where we talk game inside the game. Top 5 passing offense versus top 5 passing defense. I wouldn't be surprised defensively if they change up coverages a bit more than usual to try and combat what they expect to see.
And that's dropped underneath to Mitchell. And this won't do it. He needed 6. He only got halfway there.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
And did they keep it in? They did. They kept it in. It's down close to the goal line at the 1-yard line.
You rarely call your punter a weapon, but he certainly was there. How about that? Pinning him down at the 1-yard line and helping out the defense in a big way. I'm telling you what, if I'm a defensive coordinator, I might be thinking safety right now.
Oh, and he's not going to make it out of the end zone. The push too strong, and that'll be a safety. Well, I think you can go ahead and give your punter an assist on that one. Pinned him deep, and the defense comes through with 2 points.
You're exactly right, partner. This was all set up by a great punt. And if the ball goes in the end zone, this never happens. So great call. Give the punt team and the punter some love.
And remember, following the safety, you give the football up as well. And they free kick it from the 20 now. This is taken at the 23. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape up past the 30. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. And they, if you just look at this game, Charles, on paper, they've got the edge, no doubt. They're hanging around the top of the NFC. On the other side, you got a squad that's towards the bottom of the NFC. But when we mentioned that to the coaches, they were having no part of it.
Yeah, and I like how you said when we mentioned it. In fact, I mentioned it, and I upset them a little bit, didn't I? Because they wanted no part of that one, and I was reminded, like a 5-year-old, this is the NFL. Any given Sunday, anything can happen. They are guarding against the upset.
Right back to Mitchell on 2nd down. Well, now hang on here because he appears to be shaken up. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They'll run with Gibson. And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first. 70 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. This time they'll throw it with Howell. And that's incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Second down throw for Howell. Middle of the field, he's got McLaurin. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup. Here's 3rd and 7. Howell out of the shotgun. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th.
1 first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line. Here's a Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. Remember, they had the safety go against them the last time they had it. Fortunately, their defense just forced the punt, so they'll try again as they start 1st and 10. Now Stafford. He'll get this into the hands of Van Jefferson. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line.
That's good for Rams. First down. 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
After one, our score, 9-3. The Rams with the football here to begin the second quarter, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Throwing is Stafford. And this one right back into the hands of Jefferson. From the 32-yard line now, here's a 2nd down and 4. Stafford going to give this to Akers. And he's going to have a Rams 1st down as he'll get this up to about the 42.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. He's able to get to the 2nd level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
Well, hang on now. We're going to pause here. We've got an injured player. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll go with Akers here up the middle. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. And it appears we've got a member of the Rams shaken up on that last play. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. Stafford now to throw. That'll be caught. It's caught. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. 22 yards there, a 1st down.
Boy, everything clicking on this drive. He's 4 for 4 now, and that throw, maybe the best of the bunch. This offense is really humming, and they pick up another 1st down.
From the red zone now, Stafford. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. Here's Stafford. That throw complete, and I think the ball's out. And this is going to kick out of bounds. Boy, a fortunate bounce or two there. They'll keep possession back inside the 10-yard line. So they recover their own fumble. Now they face 3rd and short. They'll try and run for this with Akers. They'll be marked inches short. No gain on the play, and that's going to lead them to 4th down. Remember, that was was less than a yard. That was not a full yard. That defense, they were having none of it.
Yeah, the surge the offensive line was seeking actually occurred on the other side of the ball. They reestablished the line of scrimmage and stuffed them.
They snap it to Stafford.
To the right side and complete to Jefferson.
Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on 4th down to bring up 1st and goal.
Akers is into the end zone. Touchdown, LA. So, partner, it was a passing game that drove them down the field, but when they get close, they trust that man in the backfield, and he took him home.
And they trust their offensive line as well, because so many of these units, they specialize in either pass protection or run blocking. This group shows its versatility and gets both done on this drive.
Boswell good with the extra point, and with it, his guys take the lead here by a point.
From the end zone, here's Pringle.
And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And they'll be at the 18-yard line. Great field position here in the red zone.
How many times in the course of a game do you talk about momentum plays? And I think we just saw one there.
Absolutely.
Just scored, right?
Just took the lead.
Just took the lead, went downfield, got the ball free again, and picked it up. They got a chance to really get the momentum on their side now.
Yeah, now they'll try to pile on.
2nd down and 8.
It's 2nd and 8 at the 16-yard line.
Here's Stafford.
They'll find a man over the middle, 2-2 Atwell.
They'll go for a gain of 7, and that will bring up 3rd and 1.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down. On 3rd down, here's a run by Akers.
And boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
He did have the touchdown run earlier, but not a heck of a lot more than that throughout this game.
No, not at all. In fact, I would say that his defense has done as good of a job on him as they have on any runner in recent memory. This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. Here we go on 4th. Stafford.
He's got his target. That's complete. And the Rams are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. They'll run here with Akers.
Bottled up fumble. It's out. It's loose. Could have been a costly mistake, but as it turns out, they keep possession.
You can't give away these types of opportunities in the red zone. And I'm sure that was flashing through his brain as the ball escaped his hands. Fortunately for him, able to get picked up by his team. Fumble.
Touchdown, Rams!
Van Jefferson
From 10 yards out.
and the Rams are able to extend their lead. A nice connection there, finding his target, and that'll put 6 up on the board.
Just like they drew it up in their playbook and reiterated it on the sidelines, right? Perfect route, a good throw, and the defense, they have no answer for that right there.
Boswell for the extra point. And with that, the lead is up to 8. So the drive there took 6 plays.
And it was all capped off by the Van Jefferson touchdown reception.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
Byron Pringle now to return it. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as these guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. Off-play action. It's Howell. That's to Mitchell out of the backfield.
And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. And that's good for a gain of 6. And that's going to bring up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 27-yard line.
Howell, he'll look to throw it. And that's going to be incomplete.
Well, you have no doubt about that one, because even though he hasn't left the pocket, he's got a receiver in the area, so it's not grounding, even though there's no way that ball was going to be caught.
Howell now to throw it.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Give him the third down conversion, 5 yards on the play. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Straight ahead, Gibson.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. On the stop was Aaron Donald.
Here's 2nd and 10. Now Howell. This one left side caught by Gibson. Still on his feet. Antonio Gibson.
Touchdown!
Antonio Gibson.
67 yards.
And the Blues are back within a couple of the lead. Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, 2nd year in the NFL. But I don't know if last year as a rookie, if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that, so he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the second-year quarterback.
Extra point by Sly is up and good.
And this is now a 1-point game.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. Phillips, he's not going to bring this one out, so they will begin the drive at the 25. And we're going to look at Cooper Kupp as the Rams offense gets ready to take over possession.
You look at the numbers for him, and 1,000 yards, obviously well within his sights, barring injury. He will get there. The question, will he get there in this game?
Well, he would love to. Duh, right? Of course he would. But, you know, watching him play this year, we often talk about defenses, you know, allocating extra resources to try and stop a guy of his ilk, right? But you know what else kicks in? His pride to say, okay, I don't care how many you throw in my direction, I'm still going to find a way to get open. I will use different moves. I will move against formation. I will come underneath routes and try and run through some people and kind of get natural picks in order to work his way open. He wants to get that 1,000, and he doesn't want...
Oh, a hit. He lost the football. Stafford puts it on the ground.
Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it.
And they'll have it just 5 yards away from pay dirt here, 1st and goal. The defense, they were swarming that time and ultimately got to him before he could get rid of the football and knocked it free.
And don't you feel just a little bit of sympathy for him back there, though? So much going on, so much swirling around. He's trying to find someone downfield. He's trying to move around to find an open target. Sometimes you forget the number one thing, take care of the football.
The defense gets him the ball via the turnover. Now can this offense cash in? 1st and goal.
They'll run with Mitchell.
And he is into the end zone for a touchdown.
Elijah Mitchell, his 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Blues are once again back in front. Extra point by Sly is up and good.
And that'll make this a 6-point game.
Phillips, he's not going to bring this one out, so they will begin the drive at the 25.
And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now.
Here's a run with Akers on 2nd down.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. The Rams on 3rd down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This will be 3rd and 5. Stafford.
And this almost intercepted. Not sure he saw the free safety that time. But lucky, incomplete. That'll bring up 4th down.
4th down, so on is the punter, Riley Dixon. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. And here's a fair catch taken at about the 24-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And they will take over 1st and 10. Well, this offense and Elijah Mitchell coming back onto the field now. It's the second quarter. His team has the lead, but I think he's hoping for a little bit more production out of himself.
And we often talk about preaching patience to a runner when things are a little bumpy in the early going. But we have to do the same thing with the offensive line. They can't wait to halftime to make the adjustments. They have to do it from series to series. So those surface tablets come into play. Check out what the defense is doing and see if they can find a better way to run it.
So they search for that patience here now.
On 1st down, they go back to Mitchell.
And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40.
43 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
I know that play went to the left side, and that's what it was designed to do, an outside handoff there. But how about the whole offensive line being involved? Seal the left side where the play was going, where they call play side. But how about on the back side? Just taking care of business to make sure no one can get there and disrupt it.
Is the biggest key the left tackle?
Without a doubt. Control that edge. Get out there. You want that left tackle. If you bring your tight end over there, either way, control the edge of the line of scrimmage, you got a chance to rumble.
So the completion good for just 3, and that'll make it 2nd down.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. 2nd and 7. Out of the gun, it's Howell. Throw complete to the tight end, Tunyon.
And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 20-yard line. 18 yards the gain for number 18.
Howell throwing on 1st down here.
And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line. He's sacked. Aaron Donald in there for the sack, and he's closing in on the all-time record. That's number 19 on the year. Throwing on 2nd and long. Howell. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete. Well, those two have hooked up for a touchdown once already in this game. That time, unable to find the completion.
Yeah, it just appeared they wanted to get him out into open space and try and get him the football. As you mentioned, unable to connect.
Out left to Dotson.
The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half.
Sly able to put this one through.
And that will make this a 9-point lead.
So that one on target, and it adds to this first half lead.
And maybe we're too early to worry too much about 1-score lead, 2-score lead, etc. But this is where you kind of start banking those points that come in helpful later on.
This fielded right at the goal line. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. Well, the Rams going to take over late in this first half. And with him down 2 scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if it's just to get into field goal range.
And they're just going to run it here up the middle. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their 2nd. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. They'll get this one to Cobb complete. The Rams going to be forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
14 yards through the air. Caught the D off guard on 3rd and 1. Stafford on 1st down.
And that's to the left sideline and incomplete.
And I can see the officials kind of looking at each other down there, silently wondering, does this meet the level of grounding? Fortunately, he did have a receiver in the area, but I have seen less obvious throwaways called as penalties.
He's going to wind up and air it out. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains.
Now a shot taken on third down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
And they're not going to go quietly into this halftime break. They know they're in for a fight, so they're trying to make every possession count. They took the big shot there, but it winds up incomplete.
This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And this is going to be ruled out, I think, just inside the 20. Yes, it will. Side judge calls it at the 19-yard line. So we come upon halftime with 9 points separating these two teams. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman.
Okay, Brandon, time for a sprint to the finish, as it's time to get you caught up with what's happening around the NFL here in a pivotal Week 15. We'll start up at Highmark Stadium, just outside of Buffalo. This one's at the half with a score of 17-7. Tony Pollard, a touchdown run in that first half. From there, let's get over to Arizona to check on the Cardinals at home in Glendale. And they trail in that one as it's the visiting 49ers who are out in front. Brandon Ayuk up over 100 yards receiving with 3 touchdown catches. Lastly, let's get you way up to Seattle. See what's happening with the Seahawks. And they trail the visiting Eagles at halftime. Jalen Hurts, a touchdown pass in that first half. It was a running back, Elijah Mitchell, who stood out in that first half. He had a touchdown run that helped get his guys this halftime lead. Both of these offenses had their share of high points in that first half. Each team had some big moments, and it would seem this could turn out to be a game where the last score wins.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always to you and the gang in Orlando as we welcome everyone back in for quarter number 3.
The Rams set to receive the second half kickoff, and they trail here as we resume play.
This taken in at the goal line. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19.
Out come the Rams. They'll have it first here to begin the third quarter.
This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. 22 yards there, a first down. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Play action. Stafford.
Looking for Cooper Kupp again, 2 in a row.
So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and it's second down. Now Stafford. Short throw, it's Higbee.
And Higbee going to have a Rams first down as he'll get this down inside the 40.
First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Back to throw, Stafford. And he's going to go down. Back near midfield at the 49.
Brought down by multiple defenders, and it's a loss of 12.
I'd say it's not panic time yet, but let's be honest about it. Empty possession here, not what you're looking for when you're down a couple of scores.
Absolutely not. Trying to start the second half off on the right foot. Unfortunately, going to give the ball up. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now second down and 22 yards to go.
They'll run out of the gun with Akers.
And he is down at the 48. A pickup of 4 that started at one 48-yard line and ended at the other. 7th play in this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. To throw is Stafford.
That's to the right sideline, and it falls incomplete.
Well, if you're going to give out a little applause on that play, it has to go to the defense. More good work by them. They've taken away the passing lanes all game long, and you can see the frustration that it's causing because he just about threw that one into the first row.
And they won't risk defending a return here. That one's out of bounds, and it'll be spotted at the 14-yard line. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They have played so strongly. You look at the scoreboard, you probably, with the way they played, you would think the margin would be a lot bigger, right?
You would. And in your experience, how many times have we run into coaches where they've talked about, hey, we just want to put it in the hands of our defense and have them win the game? In this case,
yeah, not the case.
Not at all. You want to put it in the hands of your offense, but you always feel better about seeing defense because you think defense is a constant and offense kind of comes and goes. Today, this game, no, they need their offense to stay on a really hot level.
They've been hot so far. After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave them trying to convert on 3rd and 9.
Back to throw, Howell.
And this turns into disaster. He's not going to get forward progress. That'll be a safety. Well, I'm not totally privy to what went on with their offensive meetings, but, Charles, something tells me that one wasn't in the plan.
Yeah, when we had our production meeting, they didn't exactly share that with us, but I'm pretty sure that on the play sheet, the run backwards into your own end zone play was not written down.
So free kick situation forthcoming from the 20 as they'll punt this one away. Fielded at the 20.
The offense for Los Angeles returns to the field. Stafford and the Rams come up 1st and 10.
Just shy of the 30.
He starts with a give to Akers.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage.
Jamin Davis, the one to get up from his linebacker spot and make that play.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Stafford now to throw. That'll be caught by Cobb. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down.
Off the fake to Akers, here's Stafford. And that one too wide and incomplete.
And that's the knowledge you gain from being in this league for a long time. He's learned the hard way when to give up and fight another down. And that's a smart move to throw it away.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 18-yard line.
And now this offense comes back out onto the field.
And last time they surrendered the safety, we know they don't want to do that again.
That is just one of those oddities in scoring that we get, and it's just so strange to see that go up on the board, and then you got to make sure that that doesn't happen to your team again. They've got to take care of the ball.
But, boy, it juices up the defense.
Oh, without a doubt. That's a great way to score some points.
And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1.
From the 20, here's the 2nd and 9. Throwing here, Howell.
Over the middle, complete to Samuel. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
3rd and 3. They'll go play action. Howell. Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. That catch puts him over 70 yards receiving now as he's got a 1st down.
I like how they worked the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not even going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
Howell to the air on 1st and 10. Coming across the field, he finds Dotson.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down.
Up the middle, here's Mitchell.
just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
Right back to Mitchell on 2nd down. And some nice running going to get him down close to a 1st down at the Rams 39. 54 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard.
Now they go play action with Howell. Checks this one down. It's Mitchell.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage.
But they certainly had success throughout this contest getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another 1st down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Here's Howell. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him.
And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
They need 2. Here's 3rd down. A give up the middle to Gibson.
And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
I bet they thought they had picked that one up because it was a 3rd and 2 call, and they got awfully close. Now we're at 4th and inches. I wonder if they think they're feeling lucky here and maybe want to go pick it up.
They'll pass up a field goal attempt. It would have been a 45-yarder. Now they'll go for it on 4th.
Going for it, it's Mitchell.
And this is going to be nowhere close. Needed some inches and ended up losing yardage.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment.
On 1st down, Stafford here.
Complete. Jefferson the target. 2nd and 7, operating from the 34.
2nd and 7 at the 34-yard line.
A give up the middle to Akers.
And he'll get 2, maybe 3 up near the 37.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
And the return across midfield into the 46-yard line.
Certainly not his best throw that time, and not a good time to make it, Charles, when they were a nickel with 5 defensive backs on the field.
And that's exactly why you have those 5 DBs out there. You want extra speed on the field, guys who have ball skills and understand what the passing game can do, and gives them a chance to react and make a play on the football, and they take one of those away.
Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. They've got some stuff to build on from that last drive because they moved the football, CD, and then they tried to go for it on 4th down, didn't convert, probably left a bitter taste in their mouths.
I would say so, and I think that they go out in this series determined for that not to happen again. In fact, they don't even want to get to a 4th down opportunity. They just want to make sure they get it done within the parameters that they've set for themselves. Run their offense, get it into the end zone. Yeah, I think a little bit of determination and a dash of anger.
All told, they get 13 yards on that play. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the 2nd level because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the 2nd level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
We're off to the 4th quarter here in Week 15. Happy holidays to all. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Now a 2nd and 2.
Back now in Los Angeles. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up.
Howell now to throw it. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Powell. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Akello Witherspoon. And the Rams are right back in this football game. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. The interception sets them up with an opportunity to erase this fourth quarter deficit. And this series could very well determine our outcome. A throw over the middle taken in. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And it's 2nd down.
At the 18-yard line.
Throwing is Stafford. And this throw incomplete. The defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Now it's Stafford. That is caught. And he is going to have a Rams 1st down. They needed 4. He doubled that. He wound up getting 8. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different. Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target. Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted.
And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line.
So rare to see any quarterback toss back-to-back interceptions in the NFL, regardless of status or experience. Whether it's him personally or just the offensive game plan, I think this defense is reading something out there, and they're holding the upper hand.
And now this offense comes back out onto the field. Another important fourth quarter series coming up. That last INT helping to maintain their slim advantage.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Throw to the right here, taken in by McLaurin. And he's taken down inside the 30. A good gain of 12 yards that time.
Faking the handoff, Howell.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really.
2nd down throw for Howell.
Got an open man, it's Pringle. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. It's Howell with another throw.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Putting pressure on the guy throwing the football is always good, but when you can couple that with contact on him that leads to an incompletion, as we just saw there, that's winning football.
Sly able to put this one through.
And that will extend their lead even further.
So that's, CD, an important one here in the fourth quarter.
And that importance cannot be overstated. All eyes on both sidelines were staring that one down all the way. The significance is that they made it a 2-score game. Still lots of time left to go, but likely that was their goal at the start of the drive. Get 3 points, make it a 2-score game, and they were able to get it done.
And the LA offense ready for this next possession. And the complexion of this one has changed a fair amount. That last field goal made it a 2-score game, so they need to get points out of this drive relatively quickly.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
2nd and 10.
To throw is Stafford. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle third. He couldn't catch it. Now third down.
Brings up third down and 10.
A shotgun snap for Stafford. He's got him in. Complete. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. A gain of 37.
And here's a spot where this offense says, we got to start making something happen. We're down 2 scores. It's the fourth quarter. We've got to start moving with some urgency. And here's a big play that gives them a ray of hope that they can get back in this one.
So the big play moves them all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. From the shotgun, here's a give to Akers. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Back to throw, Stafford.
That's caught. It's Tutu Atwell.
And down inside the 15 he goes. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
There's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
From the red zone now, Stafford.
A quick pass to Kupp.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Ball at the 6 here as they work with a 2nd and 2.
Stafford looks to throw again. Throw left side complete. That's Allen. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. Play number 9 set to come here on the drive on 3rd and 2. Now Stafford. Toward the pylon, caught. And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1. The gain of 5 that time gives him the conversion and makes it 1st and goal.
They'll look to run with Akers.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. Now Stafford. Did he get the feet down? Yes. Touchdown.
Tutu Atwell
from 4 yards out.
And the Rams have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th.
Extra point put through by Boswell. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
From the end zone, here's Pringle. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Here comes Antonio Gibson as he's set for another drive.
He's toppled the century mark already receiving the football, closing in on that on the ground, too. They've really had trouble handling him.
I think from what we've seen in this game, his success through the air has started to open things up for him on the ground because now he's loosened up the defense, right? They've got to play just about every snap as if another receiver can get downfield on them, and he's been that receiver. Now they bring him back to the backfield. I think his yardage running the ball will increase as this one goes on.
Well, they might need to devote some extra attention to him, something just to stop the momentum he has. Just a gain of a couple there. And that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation.
Backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the 1st. Howell throwing on 3rd down here. And that is incomplete.
Critical play in this football game because if they pick up the 1st there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that they pick up a 1st down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
Call it 46 yards on the punt, just a single yard on the return as he was covered quickly. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. Get a look at this offense led by Cooper Kupp as they make their way back onto the field. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. Oh, what a heck of an effort there as he'll make the diving catch. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a 1st down.
I got the sense that the defense created a little momentum for them there, didn't they?
Did their job, forced the punt. Now, nice start to the drive. Offense has to do their part.
Yeah, they certainly do, but what a great start for them. They got to go thank the guys on D.
Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10.
On the handoff, it's Akers.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. This linebacking core, they've done a good job of keeping that running game in check, haven't they?
They certainly have, and what they'll also do when this game is over is thank the guys up front, the big defensive line, because they've kept them clean, so to speak, not letting blockers get to them, allowing them to run to the football and keep that running game bottled up.
It'll be a gain of just a yard, and that brings up 3rd and a full 10 yards.
Brings up 3rd and 10.
Stafford. Able to find the open man. That's complete. He's going to pick up the 1st down and then some. And down to the 7-yard line.
And the offense is saying to itself right now, only they were all this easy because he was wide open. And once he made the catch, plenty of room to work his way downfield. That was a breakdown on the defensive side of the ball, one that they want to fix immediately.
3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So it's Rams football here as we get you reset.
Here's 1st and goal.
They come up on a 1st and goal with this game still hanging in the balance. Touchdown!
Van Jefferson
With his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year.
And the Rams have taken a 4th quarter lead.
He was on point throwing the ball right there. He had the big play to get him down close, and then he delivers a touchdown pass on 1st and goal.
And you mentioned the big play that got him down close. I think that big play left them reeling a little bit. They didn't recover from it. And you know they always talk about having to have a short memory on defense after a big play against you. Looks like their memory was a little too long there.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
From the end zone, here's Pringle. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
The situation for him offensively as follows. Down by 4, a minute 54 on the clock. They've surrendered a double-digit lead but can rescue themselves late as they come up on 1st down.
Powell to throw.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
Here comes 2nd down and 5. Here's Howell.
He's got McLaurin. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Into the hands of Pringle.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. Back to throw. Middle of the field, he's got McLaurin. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. Back to throw.
Throwing it Terry McLaurin's way again, and he's got it.
Now another timeout called for by the offense as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game.
Powell's throw into the hands of McLaurin. Here's 2nd down and
3. He's back to throw.
Target is to Dotson, and he's got him.
And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 28. They'll look to throw.
Throw out wide, going to be incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
Letting one go deep for the end zone.
This ball intercepted.
So the game will continue for at least one more play.
Cannot finish a game on a defensive penalty. That's why they get one more untimed attempt.
Now one final throw here is incomplete, and that is how this one will come to an end.
Well, this was a fun one today if you like points. A lot of them went on the board. Both offenses were clicking. Charles, these defenses, meanwhile, have a little something to clean up before their next contest.
Yeah, neither end zone had a stop sign in it, did they? I mean, for both sides, visit it, and with frequency. Not fun to be a defensive player, but on the offensive side of the ball, those guys had a blast. One team came away with a victory, even better for them.
So for the Rams, it's a 4th win of the campaign as they get to 4-10 on the year. So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. From Los Angeles, so long, everybody.